you for the next hour, and I just might. You know, who's gonna stop me, guys? No, our next act, you guys, is we haven't had her on in a while, and I'm very, very glad that she is here. She comes to us from the land of Brexit.
Oh.
Yeah, that she has repeatedly asked me not to call it. Anybody here from the? Anybody else here from the UK? Statistically, you're here. Here right now. Okay, we'll get to you. For you guys, let's put our hands together. We'll start with a nice small applause. We'll just build it up for her.
I'm British, so that's fun. I used to enjoy telling people I was British, and people always had something interesting to say. They'd be like, oh, I've been to London, or where are you from? Now they just look at me with pity and just go, Brexit. Yeah, it's good to be here, it's good to be here. I've got 2 teenagers at home, so quite frankly, it's good to be anywhere at the moment. Like Tinder, my name is Rachel. Any French people in the room? Are there French people in the room? No? I used to live in France, and they used to call me Rachel. Yeah, I like that, Rachel. I asked somebody the other day in the road if they were French. I said, how would you say my name? She said, mon nom. I said, no, how would you pronounce it? She said, Rachel. I said, yeah, Rachel. I used to be Rachel. I lived in France, I was Rachel. I think that sounds quite sexy, right? Yeah. Rachel. I like it. And then I moved to the Netherlands, and people call me Rachel. And that's when I realised Dutch is not sexy, is it? It's not a sexy language, people. Like, Dutch people can't even make sexy stuff sound sexy. Like underwear, right? That should be sexy, right? In underwear. Like, in France, it's like sous-vêtements or lingerie. And you go to like Coco de Mer or Chantal, agent provocateur. And in the Netherlands, you get your ondergoed from the Hunkemuller, which sounds like a German hardware store. And I'm going to tell you something, I'm going to share with you. You seem like a nice kind of sharing audience. I'm going to share with you the first time I bought a bra in the Netherlands, because that was an experience, because I'm British, and I hear there's no British people in the room to back me up, but British people are prudish, okay? Dutch people, not so much, quite direct. Don't know if you've noticed, probably haven't. So in the UK, if you want to be measured for a bra, you go to Marks and Spencer's and you ask to be measured, and a lady takes you around the back to a changing room that nobody can see and measures you very gently without even touching you and whispers your measurements in your ear. That's my expectation of buying a bra. So I walk into a place in Holland and I just say, excuse me, could you measure me for a bra, please? The woman stepped out from behind the counter and just went, "Ja hoor!" Which I now know I don't need to explain to you, thanks to Odette. "Ja hoor," she said, and she threw a tape measure at me in the middle of the fucking shop. And then she started calling out my bra size like a fucking crazy bingo caller. So everyone could hear like 150. Jesus, that's really big. And then I realised I was still wearing my rucksack. She then had to measure my cup size. Ladies, you know her. You do the round, but then you have to do the cup size. She went to measure my cup size. She went like this. I was like, fucking no. That was the moment I decided to wear badly fitting bras. The defining moment, I can tell you. Oh dear. It may not be sexy, but I do speak Dutch. I've lived here for 23 years. I speak Dutch. I quite like the language. There's a few words that, the thing is, there's things they don't tell you in your Dutch lesson. So for example, one of my hobbies, right, is sewing. Obviously, because I'm so cool and trendy, I sew my own clothes. So I do sewing, and I'm telling people about sewing. And the Dutch word for sewing is naaien. And you get some Snickers already. They don't tell you this in your Dutch lesson now. It has a double meaning, doesn't it, Dutch people? What does it mean?
Fuck.
Yeah, it's a fuck. Wait, I didn't know this. I was really impressed that people showed an interest in my hobby. Like, even the guys. Especially the guys. And I'd be saying like, oh, you know, I really, really like sewing. I do a lot of sewing, mainly at home. And I do it on my own quite a bit. What I'd really like to do is do it in a group, like a sewing circle, you know? I'm saving up for a more powerful machine. I'm really, really into the sewing. Imagine my delight when I get invited to a party, I get told there's going to be a lot of sewing. I turn up with all my fabrics and my needles and threads. No. Turns out all I really needed was condoms and lube. But quite frankly, I think a lot of people in that room could have done with me sewing them some clothes. I think so. Oh dear. Were there any parents in the house tonight? Give us a whoop. Ooh, I like that. Actually, I prefer this. Give me a whoop if you haven't got kids. I just love to listen to the sound. People with energy. That's so nice. Love it. There was a lady the other day in the front row in this gig in The Hague, and she had kids. I said, how many children do you have? And she was like, I've got 7. I was like, whoa, that's a lot of kids. And I bumped into her at the break, and I was like, 7, that's a lot of kids. And she just looked at me and she went, well, I'm very fertile. I'm like, yeah, no shit. And then she said this to me. She said, bearing in mind I just met her, and she said, well, it would have been 11 if I'd have kept them all. Oh. I know, exactly. And I was like, oh. And I thought, actually, like, that's a good idea. Just have like a load of kids. Keep your favourite ones. I had 2, kept them both. And this was really good fun. The thing is, my kids are teenagers now. And that's fun. Yeah. Like, I spent years trying to teach my kids to talk. And they talk beautifully. I mean, they're bilingual, they talk beautiful English, beautiful Dutch, until they suddenly turn teenager, and then they talk caveman. My daughter the other day, she got really annoyed with me because I repeated myself, because I mistook the subtle difference of, huh? Which means, yeah, for, huh? Which means pardon. But the one thing that I really notice is, as my kids get older, they take all the stuff that I spent ages trying to teach them, and then they get it just to exaggerate, you know? Like, for example, trying to get a small child in the shower. That's impossible, right? It's like, my son, I don't want to get wet. I'm like, get in the shower. I don't want to get wet. Get in the shower. Now I spend my life banging on the door, going, get out of the shower! Get out of the shower! Another example, trying to get kids to eat their vegetables. That is a nightmare, isn't it? Trying to get kids to eat their vegetables. I used to have to puree the vegetables, hide it under the meat, make faces out of the food. Try and get them to eat their vegetables. And do you know what they've gone and done? They've both turned fucking vegan. Any vegans in the room tonight? Anyone dare admit it now? Oh dear. I'm just going to leave you with this. So I have to now buy vegan food for my daughter. Okay? I have to buy like plant-based stuff. She's going to get plant-based meat, plant-based cheese. She wanted plant-based cakes. Turns out you're not supposed to give those kind of plant-based cakes to teenagers. Not those kind of plant-based cakes. But my favourite thing of all, of the vegan food that you have to buy, is the sausages from the vegetarian slag. Have you seen this? The vegetarian butcher?
Yeah.
So they're called Little Willies. You know what Little Willies mean? I think that's brilliant. The best thing is the packaging, which says fake flesh. It's been Google translated. Fake flesh never tasted so good. And the best thing is that they're marketed as English sausages. I would like to think that somewhere in an English supermarket, they've got Dutch vegetarian sausages called Kleine Piemeltjes. Guys, it's been great talking to you. My name's Rachel.